I'm Cesar Milan.
Ready, let's go.
It's my mission to teach dogs and people to live in harmony.
Hit her. That's confident. That's it.
I've come to Asia, where dog ownership is booming.
Very nice.
With my longtime friend and first recruit, Sherry Lucas.
Look ahead, pick your target,
Yes.
and just go.
We are on a search for a pack leader who has what it takes to carry out my mission in Asia.
Look at me, we have trust.
8 talented trainers were chosen from hundreds of applicants. Matching up in a series of knockout heats in 4 Asian cities. They'll be challenged
Get ready.
and tested on their dog and people skills.
Sorry.
But only 2 will go on to compete in the final round at my dog psychology center in California. The last one standing will become my first Asian recruit.
And that person is?
Last week, Nina narrowly missed out, as Ethan's experience and calm energy earned him a place in the next stage.
Good, all right.
This week, Sherry and I have come to Bangkok for the next matchup.
Really excited about the recruits. They both are young.
Steph gave up a lucrative job in finance to pursue her training dream. And I chose her because of her courage and her passion for dogs.
Joining Cesar's Recruit will give me an amazing opportunity to learn about dog training and dog psychology, which will help me live the dream that I'm living now.
So the next one, we have John. It's like a ninja with dogs.
John's innovative training approach caught my attention. He's using parkour for dogs to make the city into a playground.
I want to become your recruit so that I can learn from someone who has such a great understanding of dogs.
2 different trainers, 2 different strategies, and it's time to put them to the test. Our recruits are waiting for us at my Bangkok training base.
Johnny, nice to meet you, man.
Cesar's been a big part of how I raise my dogs. I was ecstatic to finally meet him face to face.
Steph, I understand you had a professional career. I mean, you're making money, but you switch it into your passionate dogs. A lot of people think you're crazy.
My parents still think I'm crazy.
Right.
My parents are obviously really worried about me choosing this path, but I want to work really hard and make sure that they believe in what I do.
So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna meet some dogs with common everyday problems. What this would do, it would give us an understanding to Cherry and I where you guys are in your skill level.
Our first case is now won by 2 Shih Tzus named Milo and Latte. They attack other dogs.
Steph, I wanna see you in action with this one.
I was really worried. 2 dogs are definitely more challenging than 1 dog at a time. Are you okay to change the leash into a slip lead?
Sure.
Okay.
Good girl. They're good girl.
So what's really important here is the lead needs to be really high up here. Think of it like a brake. What I've noticed is you pull the dog like he does that, right? He's always pulling back. But what I want you to do, pull to the side. It was pretty clear 1 dog was the reactive dog, so that was quite helpful to identify and fix the problem a little bit quicker. Hey. Hey, that's it.
Steph was definitely on the right track, but she just moved a tad bit too quickly.
Walk this way. Oh, stop. Yeah. Yeah.
Sniffing is good. That is really good.
Wait, just hang on.
Definitely Steph wants to learn. Is she a 100%? Not yet, but she has what it takes. Now that you can give affection.
Good boy.
Our next dog, Sugus, is aggressive to strangers approaching his owner's car.
Okay, John? So what I want to see is how you control the situation. Okay. Cherry and I, we're going to listen to it, and you jump into it whenever you're ready.
I'd actually like to speak with the owner quickly.
Let's do it.
Can you do that?
Just don't make it too long.
Okay.
You would have just gone.
I would go in there.
Just wanted to ask you something quickly about the dog. Because I noticed earlier she was sitting down here and you were pointing outside at us. I was just wondering what you were saying. Instead of correcting the dog for barking, I'd like to use positive reinforcement training. Explain to the dog what we want him to do first. What we want to do is get him not mind so much what's going on outside.
Okay. John is sharing too much information at the wrong time, and to the point that he's not addressing the dog the way it needs to be addressed.
How do you think he'd react if I picked him up?
He's so unpredictable, I'm not so sure.
John, can you come out? Come on out, buddy. What you did will work. It's just, it takes a lot longer.
Cesar finds my approach a little slow, and I'm pretty sure that's working against me at this point.
When you take a long time imprinting a dog right away, you shoot yourself in the foot.
John definitely leans towards a more positive training style, whereas I lean more towards being more assertive as a trainer.
How are you? How are you?
My recruits have very different training methods, so I'm assigning them tougher cases to see who's more effective.
Yeah, let him come. Yeah, let him come.
Rika has brought Chucky, an overly excited bulldog who wreaks havoc at home.
He jumped. One day I'm going to fall over.
Chucky is so out there. His behavior is at the very top of intensity.
Chucky's boisterous behavior isn't helped by being unneutered.
The male protecting his females.
I see, okay.
So the more females, the more powerful he becomes. John, I feel that this will be perfect for you, your practice, your training techniques.
We have a longer time frame to work with now, and hopefully it's going to be easier to incorporate my method.
Chucky, behave.
Steph's tougher case is Nalantip's dog, Tata. Tata is aggressive to both people and dogs.
There are people at a cafe, and I would love Tata to come to work. But then when people walk past by, she starts barking.
Tata's an excited, insecure dog. The challenge is going to be the owner not having enough confidence and understanding. I think this is where Stephanie is going to blossom. Thank you.
Okay, do you want to take it off again?
Steph and John have 2 days to work with their dogs before undergoing a final test, where one will be eliminated.
No.
John begins work by assessing Chucky's obsession with pool toys.
Well, now he feels trapped between the two. I wonder if I could get him to cross.
John doesn't like to correct bad behavior. Instead, he waits for good behavior, which he'll reward.
No matter how long it takes, I would rather that the dog make the decision on his own. Come on, Chuck.
Excellent.
Right. Good job.
That was awesome.
Good job. One more pass. Okay. Good boy.
Very good.
Yeah.
John's next step is to see if Rika can keep Chucky calm.
With Chucky, I'm always thought nobody can train him. Hey.
Try to keep the leash as loose as you can. Just keep walking.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's go. Come on. Come on. It was amazing. I never thought anybody could do that.
I was super excited to fix this issue with Chucky. He seemed to be getting more and more comfortable.
Good job. Good job.
John's patience paid off, and Chucky remained calm in front of the pool toys. But there is more work that needs to be done. Steph began by teaching Nalantip how to keep Tata sitting quietly in one place.
Hey, ladies.
Hi.
How's it going?
Great. I'm just explaining to Nalantip about how we're going to give Tata a safe place so that we can transfer that to the cafe. And she'll have...
Great idea. But I think in order to make her 100% solid with this exercise, then you'd want to be able to drop the leash. She's starting to go into a little bit of a panic. Tata started to get anxious, and she was starting to pull towards Nalantip. Then you need to start practicing putting her on here and keeping her on here longer each time and moving further away. Tata kept fixating on Nalantip no matter what we did.
So, Nalantip, if you don't mind, I'll take Tata and just practice.
Okay.
Okay, great.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Another problem which I was not expecting was the severe separation anxiety. Separation anxiety is something that I can't fix overnight. I don't really want to do this anymore.
In Bangkok, Steph and John are competing to become my first Asian recruit.
Excellent.
Tata's separation anxiety has Steph rattled.
I don't really want to do this anymore, yeah. Seeing how stressed out Tata was starting to get, I really wanted to just end training and just continue at another time when she's a lot calmer.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, it could be detrimental to your relationship to her because it's not getting you anywhere.
Steph cut short her training as Tata needs time to calm down in order for the training to be effective. Outside, John was using his positive training methods to teach Chucky calmness.
I understand from Rika that tossing a ball around, Chucky really gets riled up.
As soon as Chucky saw the soccer ball, it was over.
Uh-oh. The ball was obviously too exciting. It completely lost his focus and attention on me. I'm just gonna grab it first.
John's approach is in projecting the right amount of assertiveness to keep Chucky in line.
That was a complete disaster. We are dealing with a dominant breed dog. Something needs to happen. It needs to happen now.
John needs to step up and be a pack leader Chucky will listen to. Tata was proving to be a handful. So Steph brought me to Nalantip's cafe to help reboot the training.
Oh, there you go.
Hi.
No touch, no talk, no eye contact. Yeah, yes.
Hi. Take it.
Yeah.
Nalantip is still showing a little bit of uncertainty about handling Tata, so I do need to ensure that she's very firm, be a little bit more assertive to give Tata the right direction.
Come on. Here, I'll show you. Steph asked me, how would I teach an owner like Nalantip?
The goal here is for Nalantip to be assertive and get Tata to calmly stay in one spot.
You cannot be taken seriously if your energy is soft or weak. So I needed Nalantip to understand the difference between quiet and calm. Just bring it up a notch. She got it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Tata struggled a little bit, but she eventually got used to the idea. So I wanted to give her something that she could reset before we can start training again.
As I arrive at Rika's house, John is gradually increasing Chucky's exposure to pull toys to curb his destructive behavior once and for all.
If we could pretend that you're a pool boy and be taking the toys out. I just wanted to desensitize Chucky to an environment that he's already shown some discomfort with so that it turns into a positive experience for him. Maybe if we could get a little bit of movement for the toys. Just, Chucky. Good.
So his brain is being triggered by sound and sight. Because if you do the two at the same time, there's an explosion. This strategy will eventually work. It's going to be really hard for a dog when he's in an excited environment.
Perfect. You're an excellent pool boy. I'm hoping that today's training session has shown Cesar a little bit more of what I'm able to do with the dog with a longer time period.
Good job.
Cesar, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Next day, Steph has one last chance to boost Nalantip's confidence and control of Tata.
I'm just gonna get you to walk with me. I just want you to get a feel of how she was doing on the leash. Every time she struggled last time, and when she jumps up to you, she gets away with it.
It's very important for Nalantip to learn from a woman how a confident woman looks like and feel like, and most important, what's the influence she has over Tata.
Let's just hold it like that. If you need to correct, just correct like that with this hand. So I'm just gonna hang on first. Just walk. So she pulled? Yep. Do you want to walk this way? So again, so you see that? She decided that she wanted to cross your path. But we're going to keep her on this side, okay? Between us.
You're doing great.
You're doing such a good job. Oh, I love that. How do you feel?
Good.
Is it a much calmer walk for you?
Yes. It's never happened before. Tata's walked right beside me, and I'm a pack leader now.
At Rika's house, John is teaching her to be a more assertive pack leader.
I don't think he has very many rules that he needs to follow around the house. One of the things that I think will help a lot is if he just learns that to get what he wants, he has to do what you want first.
Chucky has a problem. When you open the gate, he runs out. So John teaching the basics of coming out of the front door.
His goal is to exit first, with Chucky calmly following.
When you want to take him out, instead of getting him excited when you put the leash on,
He didn't do that before. Just started.
So that's an excitement. Chucky, being a neuter male, got into a very excited state and tried to hump the leg of John. John needs to understand better instincts, how to control excitement. He needs to work a little better.
I'm just gonna put him on the mat for a while. It's not the best thing that could happen. I don't really know what to say, and I hope an incident like that doesn't completely change her perception of what we can accomplish with Chucky if we keep working with him.
The recruits have had only 2 days to train a feisty dog, and now it's time for the final test, where only one recruit will progress to the next stage.
Today is the day where we do the final test. I'm hoping to see that the recruits can have a formula, teach it to the owner, and execute it on the dogs.
Steph and Nalintip's challenge is to guide Tata calmly through a gauntlet of people and dogs.
One thing to remember, just stay calm, take a deep breath, be confident. You know you're gonna do this. Let's go. Very good. Just keep walking straight, look straight. Yeah. She walks really nicely now. Yeah.
They'll have to be ready for anything.
If you feel like she's pulling forward, just again, up. Okay.
The finale winner of Cesar's Recruit Asia will be flown to Los Angeles, where they will train intensively with me and Sherry as my first Asian recruit. It's the final test for my recruits.
If you feel like she's pulling forward, just again, up. Okay.
Steph's team faces a gauntlet of people and dogs.
Just keep walking. You're doing really well. That was quite scary. I felt like there were bombs coming out from everywhere.
For the second part of their test, Nalintip must keep Tata calm at a cafe.
Okay, so I want you to stand up and correct her. Correct her. You have to, like, you know, If you feel her relax, that's when I want you to let go. Hey. Yep, very good. Very good. I was so proud of Nalintip. She had it down pat. You know, I felt like a proud mom. Let's cheers to that. Cheers.
Hi, thanks for coming.
For John's test, we have a pool party. Rika must keep Chucky calm while entertaining her guests.
Great.
That's very good. Good job, Johnny.
You know, there's a lot of activity going on around the pool, so it does excite him.
Are you having
Hey,
fun? Chucky?
Walk from here, Rika.
Yeah.
All the way over here. Just get him a little more relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah, there
Up,
you go.
up.
Perfect.
Up.
And yeah, it's easier if you come
Yeah.
around here also. There you go.
Sit. Place.
That's
Good
really
dog.
good.
Good recovery for Johnny.
Considering the time that we've been working with him, that's a pretty good... Chucky.
I've never heard him do
That's
that.
because he's restraining himself. He wants to participate somehow. The best thing to do is just let the excitement die down a little.
I was very surprised to see that improvement in his demeanor. He was trying to contain himself.
Well, it's great right now.
Check it. No. No.
Chucky. Chucky. Good. The distraction, it was too much for him to handle. I was disappointed in myself for not coming in earlier. It would have ended that situation much better. Yeah. I think you just try and get his attention, Rika. Chucky.
Chucky. Place.
Hey. That's great.
I'm very, very happy. I'm not disappointed at all. If you've seen Chucky before, I tell you, this is a lot of progress.
It's tough to choose who should make it through to the next stage, as John's methods work so much better when he has more time. And Steph needed help instructing a quiet owner.
Steph, you came from a highly stressful career, and I see how that toughened you up. Overall, you've been solid on strategy and execution. In the final test, you had a formula and you followed through. John, I admire your thirst for innovation, and your dogs are a great testament for what you can achieve with calm energy. But the truth is, we have owners that lack your patience. We can't just focus on rehabilitating a dog and forget about training the human. I am looking for someone who can bring harmony and balance between dogs and their owners and make a difference here in Asia. There is only one choice I can make, and that's to take Steph to the next stage. Thank you so much.
Getting on to the next round, it's the next step, and my parents will really start seeing that, I'm on the right track.
I'm just really happy that I had the opportunity to sit down and speak with Cesar one-on-one.
I chose Steph to move on to the next step because she maintained what I believe: we must train humans to rehabilitate a dog.
Next time, a street-smart photographer from Hong Kong.
He bit me!
And a Taiwanese rescuer with a huge heart compete in Cesar's Recruit Asia.
You're too hard on yourself.